Hey there, how's it going? Good? Okay, the directions are to simplify and notice what we're doing. First we're adding, and what are we adding? We're adding a couple of fractions, right? Okay, so since we're adding a couple of fractions, what we know about fractions from way back when we first learned to add and subtract fractions is that we need a common denominator. Once we have a common denominator, then at the very end we reduce the answer if possible, right? Okay. So let's take a look at these two fractions. The denominators are both polynomials, fine. Gratefully, they're the same polynomial, yes? So since they're the same polynomial, am I able to add the numerators? I certainly am. So that means I can add the 4 with the 8x, and it will be over 2x plus 1. Good? Okay. But that numerator is not in descending order, so I'm going to write it in descending order to help me out. Now, can I add the 8x with the 4? You're right, I can't. So most people would say, well, we're done. But remember, the answer is a fraction, so you need to try to, if possible, reduce. Now, here's something you need to remember about reducing. When there's addition or subtraction, those are super glued together. You can't pull them apart. Unlike a problem that looks like, what number? Give me a number. Okay, I heard you. Thank you. Right? I can reduce the 6 and the 15, can't I? I can also reduce the x squared with the x cubed, can't I? Why? Because there's multiplication in between. So it's as if I'm looking at 6 over 15 and multiplied by x squared over x cubed and then reducing each one individually. Does that make sense? And then you end up with, but the point is for me to have been able to have reduced this or even broken it into a couple of fractions, I had to have multiplication in between. I don't have multiplication in between these. So if possible, I'm going to change the numerator and the denominator, if possible, into a multiplication problem. So how do you turn addition and subtraction problems into multiplication problems? Right, you factor. So the numerator, am I able, and by the way, let me do this, we're in reduce mode now. Am I able to factor something out of the numerator? Yeah, a 4. There's something in common. So I'm factoring out a 4. Can I factor something out of the denominator? No, so the denominator remains the same. And gratefully now I have multiplication in the numerator, don't I? So, you guessed it, the 2x plus 1's cancel, so you're left with 4 over 1 technically, or just 4. Good? All right, so remember, what we know about fractions from way back when still applies now. I have a few examples coming your way. Not all of them have the same denominator. Some of them are going to make you get the common denominator first. Got it? Okay, have fun with them. Catch you on the flip side.